What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. And today is a very special show. We are joined by Stuart Little's better half, Miss Abracaadaniel.
The much
How you
better
doing?
half.
Okay.
And yes, I did elbow her immediately. Put my hands down. Bam. It's a bit of a tight squeeze.
A little bit.
It's all right. It's all right.
We'll make it work. So, Keeve Noob, what's up? Switch Doctor, One Drunk Man, Streaking Bison, hello, hello. We've got a cool little build today. It's something unique we haven't done. We've never had a guest builder doing about half the work, I'd say. We're going to be building a cool little, literally little MacroPad. I think this is called the Romac Plus. I'll show it on top down in just a moment. So yeah, it should be a fun little MacroPad. Abracaadaniel here has started streaming. If you hit !Abra, go give her a follow. And it was a Christmas present, I believe.
Oh, yes. The MacroPad was indeed a Christmas present.
Yeah, and thank you to Keeve Noob for suggesting it. Very excited to see how this thing turns out. MacroPads, in my opinion, are hit or miss on what they are. So we'll see about how we can get this done. I just realized, well, our dog Howie is wanting to be a part of the stream as well. Let's get a Anubis check.
He's doing well. He was awake a little bit ago, and now he's just chilling. He's good. He's on his pain meds. He had his second half of his pain medicine earlier. But no, he's good. He's really enjoying his soft food. I was telling them that he picked up a chunk of his like soft food and just put it on the ground and then was just licking it until it was gone. And I was like, why didn't you just do that in the bowl?
In the bowl.
But
Good.
that's his thing. He's always done that. He's always taken his food out and then like put it on the ground and then eaten it.
That's what Squid would do that.
He would literally he'd like pick it up in his mouth and walk to the other room, drop it on the carpet.
I wonder if he kind of picked up on that with Squid, because believe it or not, there was a time where Anubis and Squid were roughly the same size for about 3 days. Howie was actually bigger than Anubis for about 3 days. And then
I wish I still had the videos from when we first brought him home, and all three of them were just running around the house.
oh, they were the besties. And then I feel like he did the most growth ever when he hurt himself.
Yeah,
Like it was
when he hurt his leg.
He hurt his leg jumping on a bed, and he was not quite grown yet. And my favorite part of Anubis is he was the derp. Like, it took him a hot minute to figure out how his long ass legs worked.
I loved whenever he got hurt. I loved whenever I would go in Osiris's room and visit him, and he would just like try to climb under me. He'd just be like, "Love me."
It's like, I miss you guys. I smell you, but I miss you. Dog logic, exactly. No, and then my favorite Anubis story forever will be we used to free feed our dogs, and we had the same dog food, but Anubis has the big bites, the bites meant for larger dogs, but he still loved the small bites. And I come in, and Anubis's head is inside of Howie and Squid's dog bowl. I'm like, stop! And he goes, bleh, and spits the entire bowl out all over the ground. It was like, bro, like, a couple bites, man. Chew halfway through.
Right. Luckily, that didn't happen very often.
I think that happened maybe once. I mean, definitely once, but
He was very guilty.
he knew when he was up to no good.
Yeah,
he's a smart boy. But I love how on stream all you see is a leg.
yeah, because he's like
Stretched
just
out.
laying. His the new bed I got him yesterday, so his favorite thing back when we all lived together, Chewy had like a love seat. Y'all had like that love seat that was in the corner
With the
and he
ottoman.
would just he would just lay on that with his head on the armrest. So this bed has like basically a little like shelf all the way around it, like a little pillow. So he's laying with his head on that, and the rest of his body is on the like little pillow topper. So
that chair was his chair.
That was
like,
one.
If you sat in it, he'd just come sit like on top.
He'd
of
just
you.
like stare at you and be like, "Excuse me, the fuck." That, or I love when he would sleep, but his arms would be between the ottoman and the chair, and he'd rest his head on the ottoman and the rest of his body on the couch. It was like, how is that comfortable? And he was just like sitting there snoozing. So he takes after his father. He can sleep no matter what.
True.
So
true.
But let's take it down to the top down real quick.
Oh, boy, stay home.
All right, and we still say party girl on the transitions. I don't even know how that happened, but I love it.
Wait,
perfect.
what?
So whenever I do a transition, the party girl, boys stay home from Lang plays. I don't know how I did it, but it plays every time I transition. I'm like, all right, I'm never going to fix that. I'm like, that's a feature. So, but yeah, one thing I'm excited. I wanted to show this off real quick. We did get some mail today by the lovely Ginley Bean, Ginley Queen.
Ginley Queen.
I'll kind of lay it across the Monstera desk mat. I got the black and green variety. One thing I love is the green stitching.
Dude,
such a
that looks
nice.
sweet.
These are. I'm very excited to get this out. I'll probably put it on the desk at the end of streams. I don't want to get. I will not be putting this as a solder mat. This will be a day-to-day mat for sure, but very dope. So
I would show mine off, but it's already on my desk.
So
Which color did you get?
I got the darker purple on black.
Nice.
So this is the little MacroPad, the Romac from LittleKeyboards. It is in fact a little keyboard. We've got some pieces. We've got our little switch plate. This is, I believe, the clear kind of, it's like pseudo protective acrylic top, and then the base. And this acrylic top covers the diodes and the Pro Micro. We've got our diode pack. There's not really instructions on how to do this, so A, Keep Noob, stay close, and B, sorry if we mess it up. Now we just need a Church of Zycos Mats Mechs on deck soon. Potentially.
Keep News here. She's still here.
Keep Noob
She's
here. We
vibing.
out here. And we have a rotary encoder as well. Need to get a knob. I might go grab one. I might just take one from one of my guitars. Just pop.
It works.
It works. So that will be. I'm curious. I don't even know how this goes on. I don't.
Keep new.
I assume like this, but there's not like bottom pins for it. Unless it's like this. Oh, I bet it only goes right
A
here.
couple of the pads should have extra holes for the rotary.
Yep.
encoder.
All right, it's just this bottom one. Well, noted. Good to know. Before I break this, I will put it to the side.
Looks like a little creature.
So, and we'll get started. I'm going to be doing the diodes as well as the Pro Micro, and then I will give it over to Doodle Bob. What are we building with today? I didn't actually have put an exclamation point build. I should have. So these are some leftover Zycos. There's only like, I don't think there's enough in here for a full build. So why not, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're
Just
kind
a
of,
couple.
they're spare, and they're not the same color as the two Zyco builds that our household has. So good little backups just in case. But these are the ones that, like, you know, if friends want to try a few, I'll send them. Of course, Zycos, of course, right? Making the MacroPad, why not go all out?
You got to.
Dude, nothing like it. And Pro Micro should be interesting.
Yeah, so this is, we'll figure this out. We'll start with the Pro Micro, because if that gets fucked, then just might as well punt the whole build, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least you can easily get another Pro Micro.
Yeah.
Break my MacroPad.
That's not an issue. But
So I'm going to assume, so that we've got a, what is this? Mini USB or micro USB. So interesting. I'm going to have to fish out a micro USB cable. I think my like Xbox controller uses one.
yeah, it does.
And I imagine this just kind of slides in. I hope that the USB goes on this side. If not, it would be a very confusing USB.
Did it come with sockets?
Like
Oh,
these,
so
like these things.
like the sockets for the no, like the little like hot swap socket things. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, like the fuck. What are those called?
SIP sockets. Is that what they're called?
Sockets.
Melmac sockets.
Melmax.
That's-
I don't see any. At least not. I feel like it would have come in the Pro Micro. I'd say flash the Pro Micro, then diodes, then solder Pro Micro, then switches. All right, so let's flash it. Let's find a USB. The long search is over. We didn't, because I like to prep stuff, right? We did not even like flash this or get this
Dude,
ready.
it's all on the fly.
It's
We're
all on the
teaching
fly, man.
from beginning to end.
From beginning to end. Well, Osiris is going to have to not see us for a moment because I only have 2 USBs on the front and one of them's being used for the camera that Osiris sees. So, bye.
That's fine. Bye. I can watch the stream. Although that made your camera on stream look real funky.
Oh.
Wow.
1 second while we
What happened?
pro stream.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I like
There we go. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
I imagine, sorry for everyone who just looked at their computer and went, oh shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there it is again.
Arduino Micro is set up and ready to go. I don't even know. I don't have a website page pulled up to like look at this. So we're going to go to QMK. Vaporwave, tripping ball, not Vaporwave. It's Cyberpunk.
Dude, Cyberpunk, it's a rave. Exactly that, Switch Doctor. Exactly that.
Boy, howdy. That follow, though.
Who's the follow? Ethan Kalana. Kulana. Thank you for the follow.
Appreciate it, my dude. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Did everyone have a good day? Did everyone in chat have a good day? It's hump day, right? It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's hump day. Thrown off on my days of the week because I was off yesterday, so felt very strange. Got a Pikachu.
Happy Meal.
Did you get the Pikachu foil or whatever that people are going crazy for?
What is this? Because I don't even like. I guess
That's what it is.
like. No, I'm saying the Pikachu.
Oh.
Like, so I guess they're giving away Pokemon cards at McDonald's.
Yeah, they're giving them away, and I think if you get the Pikachu foil, let's see, it's like selling for a crazy amount. Pikachu card value. Let's see, how much are they selling for? Yeah, people are trying to sell them for like $200 on eBay.
Jesus. Is it that rare?
I have no idea.
Is it a good card at least? Like, is it competitive? No. Okay.
No, it's just Pikachu.
No. He has 2 abilities. He has Mealtime, which costs 1 electric energy. And it says flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, draw a card. I guess could be really good. And then he has Gnaw, which costs a yellow and a white, and it's 20. He has 60 HP. So.
I've seen better.
Yeah.
The actual the Pokemon trading card game is a free app online, and it's actually a pretty fun game. But what sucks is, for those of you who don't know, Cyrus and I used to be really into Magic, and it's a very fun game. It's pretty competitive with a lot of different strategies, but you can't win money. You can only win scholarships. So there's 0 incentive to go play. You don't even win packs really. So there's not incentive to go spend a bunch of money and play. So we played online a bunch because it was free. And then we found one thing that I wish Magic did is if you buy a pack in real life, they'll give you a pack online too. And Magic didn't do that, but Pokemon did. So then you could go to Amazon, and people would sell these bulk online packs for $3, and you get 36 packs. And we're like, fuck yeah, let's spend $3 and open a shit ton of a box for $3.
It's fun to open them too.
Yeah, and it's super fun to just sit there and roll the dice.
Yeah, I think they didn't do that with Magic because they wanted to make tons of money on Magic Online.
Oh, yeah.
MTGO just was obscene amounts of monies.
So we are flashing the Romac at the moment. This is the Kingly Keys Romac for those interested. Also,
yeah.
there are so many flashes under the title H. And I'm sure there's even more under K. Kingly Keys. Romac Plus. Flash.
Dude, Magic is so convoluted now with their packs. They have 4 different pack types now. It's not just yeah, here you go.
You've
got
unnecessary.
You've got draft packs, then you've got legendary boosters or collectors booster packs, and they have like regular draft boxes, which is basically like the old school box, and then you've got
what?
It popped up.
Oh, all right.
And then you've got booster like collectors boxes. It's crazy. Just a way to spend more money on cardboard.
Hell yeah. I think it's flashed. We'll find out.
Ayo.
All right, cool. So what did we say? We said flash,
Diodes,
and then the. All right.
and then the Pro Micro.
And then the Pro Micros. Just to avoid any other camera issues, we will probably just have you here. I think I can do like the virtual, or do you just want to watch the stream?
I can just watch the stream. I'll just be a couple seconds behind. It's okay.
I'll just wave at you and then get really frustrated when you don't wave back immediately.
Makes sense.
All right, so we've got lots of posts, lots of standoffs. I have no idea what these are for. These look like LEDs.
You can't see.
LEDs.
Ooh, girl.
Don't know where these
fancy.
go. One thing I would appreciate on this build would be a build guide, as I do think that something of this, you know, it's I guess some people are like, oh, I want to like, this seems like a fun little project, but then there's not really like any information on it. And I feel like even just pictures with some text on it would be nice. You guys should make a build guide on it then. Sounds like it. Sounds like it. I could take some pictures and someone can just do that right now.
Put the work off to someone else, eh?
Or I could at least take the pictures on it and then do it.
This is the guide. We're watching it live.
This is the guide. Absolutely. Bam.
It's
pictures.
I feel like that's that's one thing that is frustrating about some segments of the community that are a lot of the like stuff like this, where it's smaller, like, well, like fun runs of things, is there's not as much like build guides. Like, it's not as easy to get into if you don't already know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
So
one big plus, they sent extra diodes.
Ayo.
Huge plus, because my one complaint with my one legitimate complaint, the rest of my complaints were just whining complaints, with the Discipline 65 was that you get like the exact amount. And I was never a big fan of the idea that if you lose one, it could potentially be the most annoying thing in the world, because then there's not really a way to buy. You probably have, I mean, it's probably inexpensive, but you'd have to buy like, 100 at least. And then you're like, well, I have so many. And it's like, what's 3 or 4 extra diodes going to cost you, really? So, yeah. And they assume that is the one thing. Isn't this the build guide? Maybe. That looks like the build guide. This is the Romac. I assume it's going to be the same under the Romac Plus.
Why? What's that?
This is a very specific tool that's being used that I don't have.
I'm not talking about that. Is that actually someone's hand? Or is it...
No, these are... What
No,
the
no, those
fuck?
are...
Okay, I was like, that looks like a fake hand. Like...
I didn't notice the fake hand.
That's why I was so confused. I was like, ew.
It's like a plastic hand.
But like, that one's real, so that's what confused me. Is I saw that one, and then I saw that one, and I was like, what?
That's like, have you seen the videos where like the people will like pet someone with like the little finger hand? That always creeps me the fuck out. It's a diode bending tool and a weird hand. That sounds about right. So let's see. We got black side of the diode goes into the square side. Can you confirm that the black side goes into the square?
It appears so.
It appears so.
I'm no expert.
Yeah, black side, and then the colored side goes on the circle. Yeah. A black bar, square hole. Dude, Static Age, thank you for finding that. Appreciate that.
All right. 12 more to go.
I'll just sit back then.
Exactly. Tell us about your gaming stream. What do you do?
I play games with Keep Noob. That's about
What kind
it.
of games have you been playing?
That's an accurate statement.
I'm
Playing VV. What's VV?
Oh, Verdant
Verdant
Village.
Village.
Yeah, Keep Noob and I have been, I've been playing and she's been hanging out with me while I play Verdant Village, which you've probably never heard of because no one's heard of it because the wiki is non-existent.
Until L stepped in.
L stepped in, yeah. So we've been playing this game that doesn't have a huge following at the moment, and Keeb Noob has been updating the wiki as we play and find stuff out. Try to find the beach and get lost, and
does this mean that like in like next year we're gonna see you at Games Done Quick playing speed runs of Verdant Village?
You know it.
Dude, ground floor gaming.
Hell yeah.
It was big that we found the beach. Thank you, Panda. You get it. It was a struggle.
I've definitely never heard of that game either. So
it's like
along with probably
Stardew-y.
a lot of people. It's like what?
It's Stardew Valley E.
Ah. Feel you.
Hey, speaking of, my notifications are on, and they are.
How are those diodes coming, Chewy?
This one's messed up. This one's self-prop. This is a self issue. I put it in a little one-sided. Here, I can. For those wondering, you kind of have to line this one up, and I'm just gonna start over on this one.
You know, you were just talking about how it's great that they give you extra, and if you mess it up bad enough, you can just get another one.
Exactly.
Such an effort.
What, to do this?
No, that's what. That's
yeah,
what
diodes.
said.
Diodes are such an effort. They absolutely are.
I have witnessed that Verdant Village stream. Well, thanks for witnessing. Come witness anytime.
Yeah. Hit !Abra in the chat. Give her a follow. What time do you stream?
My tiny baby stream, as Keeb Noob would call her stream. Mine must be like micro baby.
Micro baby.
My micro baby stream takes place on Sundays at 2 o'clock Central.
Hell yeah. Go give her a follow, !Abra in the chat. What would you prefer, bending diodes or lubing switches? 100% lubing switches. Not even a question.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
I'd say lubing switches. But I also think that's kind of the bias there is I've lubed switches multiple times before where this is that. But I also think this is a little trickier because on the diodes here, there's more space. So I've been off camera, sorry. There's more space between where the diode is and where you actually need to bend it. Where on the Cozy Fanny Tootie stuff, it's real tiny. You basically have to bend it right at the joint. So it's actually easier to bend those than these. Which is why one of these kind of has a weird little curve to it. It's hard to see, but if it functions and works and we can get it to turn on, golden.
That's the goal. To make it work.
Let's zoom back out, although there's not much you'll be able to see. But we're just out here. For those wondering, so I met Osiris and Abracaadaniel in the same year. I met Osiris probably about 6 months before I met Abracaadaniel here. And yeah, so our friendship has gone back much further, and I feel like it really grew over minestrone soup.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Those were the days.
we would all eat meals together, and I would cook everybody minestrone soup. It's good stuff.
We had like soup month. It felt like.
Oh yeah, it was all the time.
All the soup.
You know what's funny is like I always kind of look back as when we lived at the house together as like the good old days, but like the actual good old days, the apartment
I know exactly
right
what
before.
You're gonna say when Osiris would come over like for dinner every single night, basically.
He wouldn't even ask it. To a point, it was like, I'm just coming over.
It'd be like, just tell us if you're not coming.
Yeah. And we just hang out.
That was when I was working at Starbucks, I believe, because I would make everybody dinner, we would eat, and then we would drink my free tea after dinner.
Then we just sit and like watch the weekend videos, or Cyrus and I would play Magic, and she would like bake something and live in the dream.
Dude, we'd play games. We'd play Super Smash Bros. Play Drunk Driving.
Drunk driving was fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good times. Yeah, because I lived with my brother, and I lived not too far away from y'all. Like I lived like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And my brother was... Basically, I lived with my brother for the year he was engaged before he got married, which meant he was never there. He was always at his fiance's house. So I was just like in the apartment by myself, and I'm like, I want to go hang out with friends. So.
Whoop, there goes. You know, it's a Chewy stream. Gotta. I'm building something. Gotta drop something.
Ayo.
At least you found it easily.
We need a co-op system where the lubers lube and the benders bend for one another. True.
The benders bend.
It's a it's an efficient system, like squirrel hell. Squirrel hell is just dog heaven. It's a very efficient system. And guess what? There are no trees in dog heaven.
I feel like there would be though.
There would be. There are trees in dog heaven, but like they shock the second the squirrels jump on them. It's like. Psst.
So messed up.
It detects the squirrels.
It detects the squirrels. Okay.
All right, we are 2/3 of the way done. I'm not excited to clip these. I honestly might go clip these outside. But there's only like 12 as opposed to like 12 posts or 24 posts I have to clip as opposed to 120 something posts. I went outside on the patio with a bucket and just sat there and clipped into them because there's just so many little metal pieces.
Yeah, you don't want to step on that.
And I did eventually step on one.
Okay.
I feel like I need to do a Cozy Fanny 2D build at some point, just as like a badge of honor.
Right? It's like a rite of passage now.
But I do not want to do that. I know that Keeb Noob was doing one the other day. She split up into a couple parts. But man, I'm not about that life. Everyone send them to me. I'll build them for you. There you go, chat.
MVP.
I mean, it's like it's cool content, right? If you do like 2-3 builds of it, you kind of get the experience of like it taking a long time, and or like you say, you just do the race and then hate your life at the end of it.
I feel like one thing about those boards is that it really makes you appreciate how far we've come.
Yes.
Because even back when we first started, every build was like that. Not every build, but there were still lots of builds that were not pre-soldered PCBs. Like even some of the boards that were on KBD fans weren't pre-soldered. You'd have to solder them yourself, which is unfortunate.
I like how Keeb Noob said the barley corn race wrecked me. What, you couldn't just do it in an hour?
In an hour? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
17. What's up, Burger Slotro?
We all are. Well, that was hilarious. The guy was like, "Yeah, I've never built a board, but man, that doesn't sound that hard." Like, you have no idea, dude. Squid 60 for 700 on Mech Market. Really?
Damn, I
No,
saw one
that's-
sold for 650 a few weeks ago.
They're already getting sold, eh?
Yep. Which is fine. I mean, that's something that you know is going to happen. Like, I sold almost 100 boards. I can't expect every single person to want it or even build it or want to keep it.
Do you think the people selling them are just flippers, or do you think that they just decided they didn't want it?
It just depends. I mean, you can read and you can. I don't think they're flippers because while the Squid is a cool board, it's not, to me, it's not like it was never built around hype. There's no like.
Well, clearly some people.
And I guess there's some hype around it now, but like because the Baka was such a small run, I feel like if I ran it a third time, there might be a little more hype around it because now I've done a public version. But it's kind of like how the Austins were, right? The first big run, they were people liked them, but then the second one is when it really, really popped off. And I'm not going to count. I don't really count the first. The Baka 60 was not it was a very semi-public, very, for the most part, private group buy. And if anything, that was more to dip my toes in the water of running group buys than like wanting to run a massive group buy and build a super hype board. And so maybe the Baka 70 will have a little more hype. That'd be cool. Then I could sell a few more boards. So who knows? I don't have any intention on running these. There's the Squid 60. The Squid name will be dropped as that. There's a purpose for this. If I ever do a Baka, if I ever do a 60% in that same form factor, it would be the Baka 60. I have a couple ideas of what I'd like to do with the Baka 60, but I also want to preserve. I want to change it, right? Like I like the idea that the Bakas are the Bakas. And if I ever did the Baka, they would be unserialized so that the people that have the first 20 Bakas have at least a special board. So, what Baka 70? Yeah. I don't know if the renders are out in the wild. I don't really have control over whether the renders are out in the wild, but I have a proto ordered. So.
Boom. Yeah, it looks like someone posted their Squid a couple hours ago and just said basically not really sure what to price it, so 700.
I'm not really sure, so let's just go with 700.
Yeah. I mean, he goes about it. He goes, I don't have a good idea for price, so very negotiable. Looking at 700 shipped, con US, but open to some negotiating. My thing is, I'm like,
that's fair. You're opening yourself up to negotiations.
Yeah, I just like it. I wish people would build them, like at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
No, the other guy that sold he sold like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well, the other guy too, I think he mentioned that he was more into ergo boards.
Yeah.
And I mean, this was 6 months ago. So I mean, the group I ran in July. So people's tastes change, and we are all on the hunt for finding that layout that is the best for us. And 6 months is a lot of time in the keyboard world for things to come in. So we need to hype the Styrka. I mean, the Styrka is a great board, and it's designed by a great designer. Osiris and I collectively have 7 boards by him of 3 different designs. Technically 4, because the Squid does have some minimal design differences if you want to be nitpicky. He did a great job on the OSA, although I'd love if he redid the OSA with a couple tweaks. Like, and he's talked about, like, I want the top bottom pieces to have that little like metal tab to hold those two pieces together. I think that would be a nice touch. Yeah, that'd be I mean, really, that would be the main thing that I would want. So, all right, we got our soldering iron up. We're going to solder these bad boys in. I am using some bubble wrap to hold the diodes in place. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of solder the first row, and then I should be able to kind of bend those away and solder the second row, and then clip that, and then just do that up. So I will get a bit of a zoom in so we can show what I am doing. That's the opposite direction of how it should be
I
held.
was gonna say I'm no expert, but I think it's backwards.
You hold it by the hot part. That's all I know.
If you're not burning your fingers, you're not doing it right. Shall we get out the fan?
The fan shall be gotten. Solder time. Dude, Delphin, you know it. Delphin is a homie. He's been around a long time. And that's why he's got the shrine, the solder shrine dedicated to him.
Oh man, I like how we changed the redeem my highlight message to 5,000 for the 24-hour stream, and we have never changed it since.
So let's talk about that, all right? Because we can go into details, because I would love to do some stuff with that. But the issue is I want to do stuff that would be funny, but also like a spicy, like a hot one's hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you throw a timer up on the board and boom, we have that. But Brez has like 30,000 channel points. And I'm like, we've been saving, yeah. And so I'm like, I guess maybe we do that, but I don't want to have to do that. I have 110,000 points.
I have 162K.
Good lord.
So I'm like, I want to do some cool shit. I think it'd be cool to do some stuff where like stuff pops up on the screen. I know we'll just have to hit up KeepNoob for that. There's a lot of cool things that you can do, but I would also love to do like, you have to do hot sauce. You have to, you know, do this. Delphin, thank you for the double 420. Hell yeah. Do you guys have bets enabled yet? What is bets?
So like, someone like you can give two options, and people can bet channel points on either one, and then whatever is the winner, all of the channel points get given to that to those people who voted for it. So like for Overwatch, for instance, people will do channel bets where it's like, will they win this game, yes or no? So
Like, predict will Chewie drop something on stream? No one's gonna bet against that. Come on.
right.
Like, will Osiris finish 4 stabs in under 1 hour?
Hey,
Bet now. You
I've been
finished,
getting
dude.
faster.
Okay, the Squid 60. I was impressed, man. You did a quick build.
It was quick. I've been getting them down. It's all dependent, right? Like,
How's it going?
We're almost done. I've been taking too long.
yeah, come on. You gotta be able to talk while you're doing it.
Man, you know I can't walk and talk. You know more than anybody that I can't fucking do that.
True.
I'll talk
True.
your damn ear off, but Expect
We
me to do
must be
two
standing
things?
fucking still.
Whoop, whoop. Yep.
We did it.
Got a couple. That one's pretty lifted. We might. I don't recommend this.
Panda says, why not solder
Ooh, yeah, that was
on
toasty.
the other side?
Do people typically solder it on this side? Because if they
Yeah.
do, one, man, that would just make too much sense.
It's okay.
I
Dude,
guess
you could
because I lay it flat, but this didn't. I already put these in. I didn't want to yank these out. You can't see what I'm doing. I already put these in, and I didn't want to yank them out. Usually, so when I did it on that one, I had it flat, so it was able to push it up against it. But you know, that would just make sense, right? Why would I do the thing that makes more sense? I would obviously do the thing that makes less sense.
We're learning.
All right. But you know, don't come to Chewy's building expecting things to be done the correct way.
Dude, it's not about how you get there.
Sorry.
It's about how you finish. you know?
Exactly. At the end of the day, if it works, does it really matter?
Dude, when you're running a marathon, if you throw up in the middle of the race, but you still finish the race. Uh-oh. Chewie's gonna poke his eye out with a flying
Shoot one
diode
out.
leg. Also, we've built quite a few keyboards, but through hole, not something we've done a ton of stuff on. Oh, Sec Panda. It's gonna control the narrative. I believe in you. Get that build guide going. So this one's like a numpad with a knob then, huh?
Well,
Kind of.
it's got 12. Okay, did one land in my beard? Yep. One flew into my beard in the middle of it.
Wanted to nest in there.
Okay, I'll get those later, right before, so we can get this
Beard diode.
built. Bear diode.
Can't allow that on my stream.
All right, so
the
do I
cats.
need to solder the bottom side of the Pro Micro?
I think it's easier if you solder the legs to the Pro Micro and then put that whole unit into the board.
Oh, they put the switches on first. That's strange.
You could do that as well.
It doesn't look like they solder this part. Maybe I'm missing where they solder it.
We need the Keep Noob guidance.
Keep Noob Panda, let me know. It doesn't look like on the build, it doesn't show that they solder these on the bottom side. They do solder when you put this on. They do solder these.
I think you'd have to.
I know you solder these. You don't need to solder it onto the PCB. That's the staggered headers. Okay. So we solder this on, which they did it after. Is I assume I can just do this right on it. I feel like it'd be very difficult to not. So
He said, okay, here's the scoop.
We're waiting for the scoop.
the scoop is being waited on.
We gotta know the scoop.
We'll take a hydration break. That'll be one of our channel points.
Yeah, that won't work because you never have water.
Solder the legs into the controller, but you want to do that ideally with the other side of the legs in a straight header, so that the staggered header usually pushes against them. Let's reread that again because I'm already lost.
I don't think it's usable because you don't have another straight header to do what they're wanting you to do. I would just solder the Pro Micro.
All right, let's go. Good thing is, it's pretty inexpensive. So if it's all janked up, we'll just get another one. Sorry for the mic noise.
Channel redemption. Get water.
Man, I already drink. So my issue is I get really, really thirsty. And then
I'm reading what Keep Noob said.
I totally put the mic in front of your face. Sorry. You got this, Chewy. Either way works. Okay, then we're good. But I don't get water for a long time, and then I get really thirsty, so I go get water, and then I down the whole thing, and then I'm too lazy to go get water again.
This is true.
It's a vicious cycle.
Dude, you gotta drink at least like 3 of these a day.
Just getting a lovely view of the top of your head.
You know it. Can you get the fan going?
Yep. She said, wait, is the PCB upside down?
Isn't this supposed to be on top?
She said, try to put a switch on.
But how would you... Oh, I guess... Yep, the PCB's upside down. Awesome.
So, is that fixable?
I mean, it's still going to work. It's just going to look a little goofier right here. But I can go back. I can go get more diodes and redo the diodes.
Yeah.
But I just need to... I need to desolder this one and pop that out.
Hey, chat, remember last night when we were talking about this? And I was like, Chewy's gonna find a way to mess it up.
Always.
That just happened.
Next, I'll mess it up.
Well, you think like, oh, the R. Because I guess what baffled me is, so this is what, I think this was really what, I thought, okay, you put the diodes, and yes, my diodes, which, it's an opportunity. I can order some more diodes and do a fresher one on this. But I thought, oh, you put the diodes on top of the little squares. Like, that made sense to me. But regardless, it's still going to work because you still put the pin in the correct side regardless. So...
Noob says the diodes will work where they are.
I just have to flip this carefully. The lag with a video with advisors on delayed chat is stressful, but great content. We out here. As I've talked before, it's important for people that have done shit a lot in keyboards to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, dude. At least we didn't get all the way to the end. Like, at least you didn't hand it over to
Yeah.
Abracaadaniel and be like, "All right, go." And then she's like, "What the fuck?"
This don't work.
Any board that uses a Pro Micro adds another layer of complexity. Absolutely. With a Pro Micro and for the most part through hole stuff, it's just not as straightforward as like regular keyboard stuff, and I think that's kind of their intention too.
It's not for everybody. What's the Dr. Pepper 10? It's not for women. The dumbest campaign ad of all time. Dr. Pepper, okay for women. Diet Dr. Pepper, okay for women. Dr. Pepper 10,
Not okay.
not
for
okay.
women. Men only.
Hey, there are some convoluted PCBs and stuff that's hard on regular keyboards.
You can just see the top of your head.
That is not, in fact, the build, Mr. G. Willard. Start Condon UST says, "All right, been lurking the whole time, but he's got to ask. Are Alpaca V2s underrated, overlooked? I've been surprised to see Prime KB keep them in stock for a while now. But the word from folks who've tried them side by side with V1s is that they're actually noticeably better than the originals. But nobody's really talking about them on Twitch that much. I haven't tried the V2s, but I will say for both Chewy and myself, the hot linear right now is the lavender, which you can pick up at canonkeys.com/Mechs on deck. But the lavender linears are
I just wanna make
nuts.
sure I get it right.
The Baka 12.
The Baka 12.
Yes.
So I was talking the other day about like we were just discussing my future plans with the Baka lineup and future keyboard lineups, and I was like, yeah, I've got a couple ideas, but I don't know if any of those ideas. I think those ideas should fill up 2021. I don't know what I'd do in 2022 because, shocker, we like making money off of the hard work we put into these keyboards. Because we were talking about like, oh, it'd be cool to do a run of boards that could, whenever the world eventually opens back up in 10 years, go on a vacation. That's not something that we get to do, especially as educators. We just don't make the money to be able to go spend a big chunk on vacations. And we were talking, and then I was like, yeah, just, if I run out of an idea. And then she goes, I mean, I've got ideas. And I just looked, and I was like, I know you want to run a 65%. I was like, I need to run like 5 Baka 65s. One for you, one for Osiris.
Call it
the Doodle 65 with
The Doodle 65. I'm down.
And I'll have one, but I'll build it a row short. I'll just never build that other side.
What you should do is get a custom plate done that has those switches blocked off.
It's a great board. Don't need arrow keys.
Suspicion is that for anyone who is all aboard the insane Alpaca hype train last summer, got all the V1s they needed, and the other JWK recolors have mostly tempered the demand for alpacas. That plus I think vendors are ordering more, right? Like as things sell out more consistently, they're gonna up their order amounts. Like vendors aren't upset if things don't sell out immediately, right? Like if things sell out immediately, it means they left money on the table. If things are in stock for a couple weeks, that means that they ordered enough to supply the demand that was there for them. So like we don't exactly know how many that they've sold. And just because people aren't talking about them doesn't mean they're good or bad. Excuse me.
But they're JWKs. At the end of the day, here's my soapbox on this is it's a JWK. How much different is it? Is it smoother? Is it the tighter housing? They're already solid linear switches. Is it a switch I don't have to lube? Because that's how the lavender is for me. I'm not going to be lubing those. I'm going to spring swap them, but I honestly don't think they need lube. I'm just going to be careful about not touching them. What? What? I'm pretty sure little tykes make you better at gaming. That's confirmed.
Confirmed.
That's not even, like, that's no lie.
It's also that, like, January, February is a little bit slower time because of Chinese New Year and all of that. Like, a lot of things are shut down. So there's not a lot of stuff that's getting delivered. So not a lot of people are needing switches right now as well. So, and that's why things kind of pick up as it gets closer to the spring and into the summer. Also, you have to remember last year things exploded because of the quarantine, and summer is kind of when that all really hit. So
Thank you, Panda, for your support. It's here for the doodle boards.
I mean, for those who don't know, like, so the Squid 60 is pretty much wrapped up. All boards that are not being Cerakoted for the friends and family have shipped off. The Cerakote boards I'm still waiting on. And as people are starting to get them, I got notification that a lot of boards got released from customs finally, so that's nice. But we enjoyed it. It was kind of a fun, little thing. I know if Osiris A lived closer, not that he lives that far away, but A lived closer, and B, we try and limit our amount of time together, would have been helping just as much. Because the original plan, we thought, it's dumb to think about now, but we had thought like, oh, we'll have 4 or 5 people over, and we'll just kind of, Osiris and I will sit there in QC, and then we'll pass it off to the person who packs it, and then we'll pass it off to the person who tapes it up and gets the label put on it. And Osiris and I were talking about after she and I knocked it out over a day. We were like, probably knock this out. Just 4 of us could probably knock this out in a day.
yeah,
We stretched it out so we wouldn't, kill ourselves trying to get it out, but we were able to knock it all out in 1 week. So
Panda's asking about
yeah,
the
because I mean, at
bumper.
that point, when you have multiple people, you can basically go from QC to packaged with a label in like one go.
Yeah.
If everyone has their station. So
only other thing is I know this is important, but I
the
don't
reset
know.
switch.
I don't know
That
where.
goes. Where is it? I think it's like under the switches, bottom of the PCB.
It says that looks like it's on top. Is it this?
Also-
I think it's right here.
OPSEC Panda, the board that is on Chewy's desk is the bumper with peaches and cream. Yeah, the reset switch is in fact optional though.
Yes.
You don't want to use it, you don't need it.
No, it's there. We can always
Need it.
take it off.
You gotta have it.
Reset is a good thing to have. But yeah, this is the bumper. I'll show off
Reset?
it's meant to look like a bumper from a pinball machine. So I think it is your time. I'm going to stand up real quick. We are going to rearrange the chairs. We will be right back in about 1 minute. I suggest stand up, stretch, twist, stretch the neck out, a little grindonomic break, and we will be right back. I'm over here now. The switcheroony. See, this would be perfect if. Alright, this would be very not perfect. This would be very difficult. I guess maybe if you put the soldering iron in the middle, Osiris and I could like take turns. But it would be difficult otherwise.
Dude, if we ever did like we both built the same board, like how fast could we do it?
I mean, that can be arranged. I'll have some. We can get some squid plates, some baka plates, and just.
That would be funny.
So what are we doing now?
So now you get to do the fun part of peeling this stuff.
Ooh.
And I know you actually really enjoy that.
Like just off the edge?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Looks like I'm censoring the desk mat.
Oh yeah, with the bumper. With
Oh
the
yeah, I love
card.
that. I think that looks so cool whenever it like blurs it.
Oh my gosh.
It makes
gonna
it.
get it
It makes it look
Yeah.
like there's like water inside of it. Aussie Obsessions, what up, my dude?
Stuff
How
on there.
was your day?
You got it. You just pushed it back down.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, got it. I thoroughly enjoy peeling these things, not gonna lie.
It is-
Day's going well. It's only 2:15, so still a ways to go.
Damn. I'd say I wish it was 2:15, but that would mean that I'd still be at work. So. Ooh, shiny.
We did it.
Woo! All right, so set that to the side.
Just,
Peel this one,
okay.
and then hand me the trash. These are a little easier. You got another side on that one.
Oh.
The same goes for that.
Boom.
It's been a minute since just the three of us have chilled for longer than like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
We've
been a while.
many nights. These two, I've talked about this before with friends. These two used to fucking watch My 600-Pound Life for like hours. Like I would be in the other room.
We just like went through a phase of watching that show for some reason.
I would be in the other room. I'd be like in our room, and she'd be like, "I'm gonna go to the kitchen for something," and then I'd just be gaming. I'm like, "It's been like 45 minutes to an hour before I've seen them," and I walk in, and they're just sitting there watching My 600-Pound Life. They're like, "Look at this guy. He's lost like 400 pounds." I'm like, cool. All right. I'm like, do you want to do anything? They're like, no, I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, all right. So we go back. I go back, and like 2 hours later, I come back, and they're like, this guy weighs 800 pounds.
Yeah, except it wasn't like that because
Nice.
it was more like this guy just won't lose weight. Man, this is so depressing. And then Osiris and I would be like, why are we watching this? This is so sad.
It was like one of those things. It brought you in. You know,
It's
you're
like,
watching it and you're like, you can't help but continue to watch it
It's
because
like 1,000 Ways to Die.
yeah,
You're like, well, now I want to watch how this woman broke every bone in her body falling down the stairs.
yeah,
So
exactly.
interesting.
So you're going to put the switches with the hole on the top right here. That's going to be facing down.
Okay.
I'll do the first one. And you're just going to go until they're flush. And do all but that one. Actually, do the 12th one, and then we'll do the rotary once we get a knob.
Which way does it go? Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Just like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Already a pro keyboard streamer.
Alrighty.
Boom.
Should have gotten a sign that says pro keyboard streamer. I hate watched HGTV a lot in the past. It was a couple Christmases ago. Her family came over and we watched 90 Day Fiance for a very...
You guys watched 90 Day Fiance.
You were not happy that we all watched.
I think I was playing Cooking Simulator. I was like hooked on that game for a while. It's a fun game. It can also be a very frustrating game.
I watched HGTV for like
Go in there.
5 hours one day because I was doing jury duty and that was all that was on there. So
You have never done jury duty?
Neither have I.
lucky.
Oh!
Rubbed off on her.
Well, we'll get that one in a minute. We're gonna put a fresh one on there.
Tiny house shows. I've always wanted to watch those.
Don't forget about the rotary encoder, Chewy.
Oh, no. I was going to go back and do that once we have the knob.
But with the switches, because doesn't it take the place of one of the switches?
Yeah, I was going to desolder it. Well, I mean, I guess we can do it tonight, but we just don't have the knob. So we can either you can leave that one if you want to do the knob tonight with no knob, or we could put the switch there if you just want to have a switch for now until the knob comes.
Well, how easy is it to undo it?
I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just desoldering a switch, which I can do thanks to, I can't reach it right now, but the new desolder pump.
No.
Don't worry. That's why we have extras.
Okay. I'm
I was
bad.
like, how the fuck am I getting hit in the head with these switches?
Surprisingly, he's not there.
He's over on the bed under her desk. I think I'll have to, once we like make it real clean in here one day, I'll take a picture of our whole setup. But we're like side to side now.
Does this just go in like the other ones?
Yep, let me check. Yeah. Let me check the back, make sure that something like that doesn't happen.
I like to think that I could. Oh my god,
Oh, we're getting
Alex.
raided.
Who is that?
Getting rated.
dude!
Alex Odos with a 265 people rating. I said it out loud because I knew you wouldn't like it. Raidy Bears, absolutely. Guys, hello. Welcome to a special episode of Mechs on Deck. We have the lovely Abracaadaniel. Can someone hit !Abra? If you want to check out Abracaadaniel's stream, she does video game streams on Sundays. So thank you for the follow, Arani. And this is the first time she's built anything keyboard related. So we're walking her through. I took care of this part, which is messed up because I'm really good at building keyboards.
And I've already dropped 2 switches, so
we're dropping stuff.
doing great.
We're having a great time. Alex, how was your stream? I hope it was a good one. Was this the box 75 or was that yesterday? So, Odos, always a pleasure. We need to have you back on sometime.
Indeed. Great guy. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much.
Today was a key cult. So what you're
Today
gonna
was
do?
a key
So
cult.
you see
Fancy.
this?
Yeah.
We're gonna just change this out
Why?
for another one because it's got all this solder on the tip,
Oh,
and that's gonna screw up the switch.
okay.
What keyboard is
Simple.
that on your desk? You can answer that.
This one?
Oh.
Oh, it's the bumper. By Zap.
Zap!
Zap.
Alright, we did it.
Very nice. Okay, we're going to check the pens. So flip it upside down. All these pens need to be straight. For whatever reason, this one has
Something
a
on
bunch
it.
of solder. So we'll pop that out. We'll use a different one.
This one's got a little hair on it.
Some DNA. Bumper fired. The bumper is an amazing board. Like super everything that I want out of a 65% tray mount. Sounds really good, feels really good, looks really good, unique. So we're making sure all these pins are straight. So when we slide it into the PCB, all the pins go through. So,
That one doesn't look straight.
so just kind of
Whoop!
fuck with it.
Pop it out.
Pop it out. Throw it on the floor. Stomp on it a few times.
Light it on fire.
Light it on fire. Smash it. Grab a sledgehammer. Drive over it with your car. Just everything. So we look like... I think maybe that one might be a little bit too.
See, some people would be like, it's a $3 Switch and you're just stomping on it?
Here, is that...
Zycos are a dime a dozen, man. Just fixing one. I see, that should be fine, that should be fine. That might cause issues. I'm just going to swap this one really quick.
Swap it out. When in doubt, swap it out.
When in doubt, swap it out. So now we are just going to align this over this. So
which way?
it's going to go like this.
Okay.
And so you can pick both pieces up and kind of look at it upside down, and you'll see where everything's supposed to go in. So
G Willard, those are Zycos. They are
here, let me see.
some leftover Zycos that Chewy had.
You see how that middle post? See how they're starting to come through?
No.
Also sensible. Thank you for the
I
follow.
don't.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, see the posts? They're
Okay.
clear, so it's kind of goofy. So push until it really slides into place.
Oh,
We pop the switch out. That's fine. That's totally fine.
we lost two.
It's all good.
We're losing them all.
We're losing switches left and right.
No.
No, it's fine. That's 100% usable.
Okay. Why did that happen? Did I do something wrong?
Looks like the plate slipped.
Okay. Was that my fault?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it is not a problem.
I'm doing my best, man.
It's okay. Acrylic plates, as G Willard says, are in fact the worst sometimes. The switches just they just pop out because
Okay.
the tolerances aren't quite as tight. So
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Dope Roots, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah. If you're just tuning into Mechs on Deck for the first time from Alex's stream, welcome. Mechs on Deck, comprised of myself, Osiris, and Mr. Chewart over there on the right. And then that is his amazing wife, Miss Abracaadaniel. You can hit exclamation point Abra in the chat. She streams on Sundays. Plays games that you've probably not heard of that are really cool and fun to watch. So check it out. And then, yeah, typically Wednesdays we have a guest on, much like tonight. But we don't typically do builds on Wednesdays. We just do talk shows. We do builds on Saturdays at 2 p.m. That does change. And then Tuesdays, myself and Chewy, we go through topics in the community, talk about them, talk about the spice, the drama. And then we do Keyboard of the Week, where you can post pictures of your keyboards in our Discord. And we'll take a look at them, and we will decide which ones we think are the best, and then let chat choose which one deserves to be the keyboard of the week. And this month, we are doing special keyboard butts edition. So that beautiful behind of your keyboard, take a picture of it, put it in our Discord, in our KOTW channel. If you don't know what a keyboard butt is, just take a look at our Discord. And you'll see. And then at the end of the year, we're going to do a calendar. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
You are good to go for soldering.
Okay.
So remember, just there's the pin.
There's two?
Yeah, there's two on each
There's
switch.
two?
Yeah,
Okay.
just the pin. Although if it goes to another hole, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
And everything is fixable. Almost.
Okay.
If you burn a hole through the entire...
How is that?
Let's give it a test. Add a little bit more.
Okay.
Just a smidge more. We're looking for volcanoes. Teepees. Volcanoes. A little more. And try and aim at the base, not just the pin.
Okay. I'm trying.
You're good. Alright, let's see it.
I think I do.
Nailed it.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Boom.
thought I messed it up, so.
Do the
whatever.
next one. You only get better.
Yeah.
So.
You basically just want to wedge the iron between the PCB and the pin, and then flow the solder to the other side of that.
Oh, yeah, you're Gucci.
Okay.
Go. 11 more switches. Gotta
She's
take
rolling.
She's rolling. That's, and we've talked about, we've always wanted to kind of teach someone. I gave her a crash course on one switch. I was like, this is how you do it. And she did it once, and we just kind of went over real quick. More as a safety precaution, because we are dealing with something that could burn the skin off of your hand.
Am I doing okay?
Let's give it the old test. Yeah, everything's good.
All right. Cool.
So, but this is how you learn, right? We've always wanted to have someone on and do kind of that live teaching session where we'll interview you at the end of this on how you feel about learning on to do it. Her keyboard journey has been a little bit skewed, probably a smidge different, as she did not really find it on her own. It was more of like, hey, I've got these keyboards that I don't really use as much, and she's been into gaming just as about. You probably got into gaming you've been into video games for quite some time. Like, we played lots of Mario
Since I
together
was a
since you were a
kid.
child. But PC gaming, not too much longer than Osiris and I got into PC gaming, because it was kind of like a staggered, like 4 months and then 4 months and then 4 months, and it was kind of like myself and a couple people played, and Eric's like, well, I want to play with them. So
Yeah,
let's do it. So then we play, and then after that she was like, well, I want to play with you guys. And so within 1 year we were all switched over to PC gaming, and haven't really looked back. And I guess kind of typed on some cool keyboards that I had built, and then once Mechs on Decks, I bought you a couple keyboards, and then I think the official move was the day that I knew that she was kind of in is when I built Zycos, because I was like, hey, I really like this, try it out, and I handed her the board, and she typed on it for 3 seconds and then was like, cool. Just took the board. So she used Zycos for like 4 months before they ever really got they ever got put in the FIEL. It was like, or maybe it was 2 or 3 months. It was a long time that I didn't use the board. And then she was like, well, I want a fucking Zyco build because I love those switches. So we built her the Bower, and now she's got her Rainbow awesome Holy Panda board and all that.
What's my favorite game that I've played recently?
What's your favorite?
My favorite game that I played recently is this game called Traveler's Rest. It's a very enjoyable game. It's kind of like if Stardew were you run a tavern. So you craft different like beverages and foods, and you have to like manage your patrons, and it's also like an inn, so you have to manage your rooms and you get to decorate the rooms. It's a lot of fun. It's really fun. It's like $15, and it's still like in development, but it's totally worth $15. You should definitely buy it if that's your type of game.
Yeah, honestly, what's funny is Osiris and I have got really into gaming, but she probably plays way more different games, I know, than Osiris, because Osiris plays like 3 video games.
Dude, I play like one video game.
But she plays a lot more video games than I do, because one, she plays a lot of video games while I'm streaming.
How am I doing? Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'm sure you're doing great. Yeah. You could probably go a little more on the solder, but you're good.
Oh.
I mean, they're all going to work.
I already feel like I'm doing so much. Yeah, I definitely play a wider variety of games than you guys do.
And you have a little bit more time, but I mean, it kind of works out, right? Well, while I'm streaming, I stream for. It's funny now that she streams. I'm on the other end of the 2 hours, and I'm like, damn, 2 hours is a long ass time. Like, I can get so much fucking done in 2 hours. Like, I can get like almost all of my chores in one day done in the first hour, and then I'm just sitting there like watching a show or something. I'm like, man, and it's only an hour 45 in.
During your stream is when I order groceries.
Yep. And when I send you messages about what kind of sauces I want from Walmart.
That was funny. Wasn't that like your raid message on accident?
Yeah.
And then whoever y'all raided, they were like, is this spam?
Are we getting spammed? Imagine getting spammed by a Walmart Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh my god.
Manicure is on fleek. Chat's gassing up your
manicure
nail
on
game right
fleek.
now.
Thank you. Okay, I think I'm done.
Alright, so wait.
Unless I missed something or need to fix
We
it.
missed 2. So you missed this one,
Oh.
and you missed this one.
Oh, I guess I did too much talking.
And this one could use a little more. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
It's all good. It's the first time. Not only that, you're building your first one on stream and expected to talk.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Osiris and I had the luxury of not having to talk on stream while building. I remember the night that you built my first one, because you like spent a couple hours and you were like, all right, halfway done, get hype. Like 3/4 of the way done, get hype.
Alright, how's that?
Yeah, dude.
Sarah, one more. I think I missed that on the initial assessment.
See, this is why I need the QC.
You see. Team game, right? Also, I just found out that you can buy 150. You can buy a sealed case of 150 of the McDonald's Happy Meal packs for $1,000.
Jeez. All Gucci.
I did it.
Guys, by the way, we have a very, very awesome package in the mail that's going to be here Friday that I am so excited for. It's very rare that I send Eric something and I go, fucking buy this right now.
Oh, I know what it is.
And Squid 7, no, it's the in one it'll be named the Baka 70, but no, it's too good to spoil without showing it off. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be fun.
Dude, yeah. I'm surprised, one, that they are even available where they are available. But I'm very interested to see how they turn out. So come hang out on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
See what we are talking
See what
about.
we're talking about. I might have to bring you a hot swap build. PCB so you can throw it
I
together.
have a hot swap PCB.
Oh yeah, you do. You should do that. Maybe we'll do that Tuesday. We could do like a little hot swap build and discussion. So, and we get to talk about your topic because you came up with a great topic. So, we're going to throw it to a quick be right back and clean up really quick and switch spots, and then we'll get to finishing this up. So, can you?
I'll do you the honors.
Yep. All right, it is standoff time.
Ayo.
So what you're gonna do with these two is these two big ones, I believe. Yeah, so these two big ones are gonna go on these two corners. Actually, I guess we should probably make sure it works first.
That'd be good. Fingers crossed.
Brez asks, you guys see there was another TKC issue today?
Oh,
What is it now?
what is it?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't see it.
So many sounds.
Might not be flashed.
What was the issue? I'm actually like looking at the TKC. So I see they announce their stabs again. What else did they?
I guess that just sits there. I forget where I saw it, but someone knows DMG R2 missing step caps, which was on the product page and renders.
Yikes.
That's fun.
Lovely. Only the best. Only the best. They're just batting 1,000 right now.
You know it, man.
I feel bad for him. Honestly, at this point, I'm like, just come on, man.
All right, L, hip, Keeb noob. I'm getting, I'm trying to flash, and it's giving me like all these options, and I have no idea what option I'm supposed to pick. I imagine this is an Atmega 32U4. But if it's not, then maybe I am wrong.
Most likely, she says.
So it is here. We're going to go to. Hold on. We're going to go to screen share. I don't think it's set up for Mr. Osiris at the moment. Oh, it is, but it's super janky. So we're just gonna.
It's all me.
It's there. All right, so she's there, but we're gonna hide Mr. Osiris for a moment, and I am a little lost. So I open up this. Got the Romac Plus default layout. Help.
Help, Keeb noob. You're a savior.
How make work do? Check the auto flash box. Okay.
She's just clacking away right now.
You know, she's the savior right now. We're doing some live QMK checking.
We're learning.
Maybe if I would have asked, it would have been
Put
Did
into
you put
bootloader
into-
mode. Oh, maybe I guess the reset.
Oh no, I think you have to short the two pins.
Well, I have a something happened. But wouldn't the button work just the same way? I guess. I don't know. Can you grab me the metal tweezers?
I'm not sure.
These?
Yes, metal ones.
These are metal.
Those are ceramic tips.
Well, you didn't say.
Oh, we're writing. Stuff's happening. Boom! All right.
We're setting up
Ooh, it's done.
Romac. Hey!
It's working.
It works.
Now
All right.
everybody can see our Discord.
Probably talking about food. All right.
I saw Lady Gaga Oreos.
We in fact bought Lady Gaga Oreos.
We did.
All right, we back. Good job. That's you. Boom. All right, so now we put the stand-ons. You standoffs. You can hand screw these in.
Okay.
Is there a
From
bottom?
the top?
I believe so. Let's go back to our room. Those hands.
Oh, I hate the creepy hands.
So it looks like you put them in. It looks like you have to put them in this way and then screw them in. Oh, that's goofy. All right, hold on. All right.
Thank you for the encouragement, Dolphin. You just have to punch through it.
Yeah. Well, that's these little holes.
Well, it
One
looked
of
like
them
something fell out of it.
One of them had still some plastic in the hole.
Ah,
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't fall out when they're laser cutting the acrylic.
We're gonna cheat on this last corner. All right. So what you do is you're going to screw these 4 pieces onto those 4 little screws.
it sounds tedious.
It is in fact tedious. You might even have to put your finger under it and screw. But also, if you press down, it should hold it in place.
Yeah, I think I was able to do that just fine. Well, what is rattling? Oh,
It's
those
just
other
those.
ones.
That's fine.
I was like, what did I do? I broke it.
Delphin says, "Go Abra."
Oh, trust me, I know. I thank
Oh,
Delphin for the encouragement.
Hey, we all out here for the positive vibes.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing,
Dude.
you guys.
We vibing.
You know, we're just chilling. Like,
Oh, we lost one.
ice apocalypse is on the way here in like 5 hours. Did we find it?
Yeah, my nails
Okay.
are just a little long to.
Do you want me to?
No, I got it.
All right. But yeah, ice apocalypse is about to hit us, so that could be a thing.
Could be.
Dude, that's like,
Where's the
it's
cleaner?
it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
This is the first time I have felt like where they're actually talking. They're like, "Oh, it's like it might actually happen."
What's funny is I haven't heard anybody talk about it.
My dad texted me and was like, "Hey, you need to be careful." And I was like,
Can you get the nap set, screwdriver set?
"I'm 28 years old, Dad. I can handle it."
It's you're here.
Scooching back.
For those wondering, my wife likes to sit crisscross applesauce in her chair. So it's
So
like
then I get stuck.
sometimes we just get stuck, and you need help. So I'm gonna do this tedious part because this part's tedious.
What
Keeping
about
my
the
eyes on the
LEDs?
school closings. We have legit snow coming to PDX soon, and it's cold enough it could actually stick. Cause an issue. Should be fun in a place where there's no equipment. That's exactly how it is out here in Dallas.
What about the LED?
Like no
I
one.
can adjust the LED. That's too small. Was that too small?
No one knows how to deal
I'll
with
put
it.
the LED on in a little bit because I do not. There's not even an LED thing on there.
Ah.
The worst part is we have people here that have giant trucks that are like,
Yep.
yeah, I can just
Screw it, I could
keep
just drive
driving
40.
like normal.
Alright, I'll do one, and then I'll let you do the rest. If I can do one.
I don't even know what you're doing.
So basically what we're doing is the standoffs have little screw holes, and then these little circles.
You put them inside and then screw them in.
Yep. It's just really annoying because these aren't magnetic. Tedious.
You need to hold it?
Yeah.
Learned to drive in snow in front wheel drive tiny hatch in high school. IMO, it's easier to drive the 4x4 I have now. Dude, that's the thing. Having a small car makes it way easier. That's why like Subaru Outbacks, not to mention the fact they have great all-wheel drive systems, but like that's why that's like the most popular car in like Colorado. It's like people in the mountains aren't like, some of them have trucks, but like people that live in Colorado don't have giant fucking lifted F-350s like they do out here.
Did you do it?
Yep.
You did it!
Do you want me to do the other one, or do you want to do it?
I can try.
I can put it in there for you.
Okay. Be helpful if this was out of the way.
Dude, as Chewy always says, it's worth it.
Well, howdy.
Things that connect you to the ground, like tires.
Yup. Tires, beds, chairs, shoes.
It's not going in straight.
Might just have to play with it a little. Hold it up some. There you go. Boom. I think it's going in.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
We got there, boys. It's basically been below zero every night since Saturday, and the next couple of days, it probably won't get above zero, even during the daytime for a few more days. Growing up in Wisconsin, I'm kind of used to this happening for a couple weeks every winter. Dude,
That sounds horrific.
go Pack Go. This you're actually using these.
Oh.
Because this is, I'll just do this one for you, and then you can do the other one.
Oh, I see. Here, I'll let you.
Do you guys say that in Wisconsin? What, Go Pack Go? I think they say Go Pack Go in Wisconsin.
I hope so.
The thing is out here in Dallas, we never get that. We never get that kind of weather. And the fact that it's supposed to be 3 degrees on Monday. I can't remember the last time we had a single digit.
It was at least 4 or 5 years ago.
I'm so glad that we don't have work that day because I have to stand outside for 30 minutes in the morning. Yeah, no.
The high on Monday for us is 17 degrees and the low is 3.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I will not leave the house that day.
I will stand out on the patio and enjoy it.
And the thing that sucks is that we don't get snow very often, and typically if we get like cold weather, it's like freezing rain or sleet.
Yeah, it's not. The last time we got snow was like my senior year in high school.
That's not true. It was really snowy, it was like a year, not even. The first year that we were dating, one of those winters.
Yeah, but that was the same. That I remember that because Osiris and I were working at Guitar Center. But it also was like super icy, and like we literally couldn't open one day.
I remember there was one day where it was icing. It was ice outside, and I went to work at Guitar Center, and there was a lady who she tried
Oh, it's not even in there.
to stop in a parking place and then just ran straight into someone's car because she couldn't stop. And then she got out of her car and slipped 3 times on the ice.
I need
I'm
a
like,
pack of strings.
Just go home.
It's like you did not need whatever you came to Guitar Center for today. You did not need it.
Not as important as your oncoming sciatica pain. All right, bump on time, and you're done.
Oh, really?
Well, and then caps, and then
Should I put them?
typically 4 corners.
But like where?
I would put them like on the insides.
Of the screws, yeah.
Like to the,
Like here? To the right of the screw?
yeah.
Good thing about bump-ons is even if they fall off, Chewy's got a couple more that you could
At
give.
least 4.
These are babies, though.
These are kind of babies.
They're baby bump-ons.
Little bambinos.
Should I do it on the inside? Right
Yeah,
here?
I would do the insides and then do the insides up there as well.
Okay. Are there? Oh,
Be an agent of chaos. Put the
it's just
bump-ons directly on the
shouldn't
screw
fall out.
heads.
they're just
No.
so skinny.
Yep. I like it. I like it, Panda. Commit.
What?
They're saying put the bump-ons directly on the screws.
No. You do that. I ain't doing that.
While we wrap up and clean, Cyrus, do you want to give... What can we get from our sponsors? What are some things that we can obtain?
Yeah, absolutely. So, shout out to our sponsors, OmniType. You can head on over to mechsondeck.omnitype.com. Pick up GMK2Z. It is live until the 28th. So check it out. It looks great. Cool looking set. If you're into the color purple, highly recommend it. Next up, Project Keyboard coming up very soon. Another like purplish lavender set, GMK Astral, is going to be hitting the site over at mechsondeck.project.link very soon. Also, check their pre-order page. You can still get some of their previous sets. They've got Alice PCBs up there, GMK Noir pre-orders, Dolch R5 pre-orders, and even GMK Sumi pre-orders. So check that out over there. And then last but not least, Canon Keys. Head on over to canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. GMK Birch. It looks good. It's an interesting set. It's a little bit different. We don't typically see a lot of sets that are super like light like that. Like there's not a large color difference between the alphas and modifiers, but I think it looks pretty sweet. So check that out. As well as they've got tons of switches over there. They've got the Seal linears by Mentorly. They've got the lavender linear switches, which we talked about earlier, as well as the lilac linear switch and the OA switch. I was going to try to say the full name, but I'm just going to say the OA switch. So check all that out. They got tons of stuff over there at canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. And then, of course, our awesome partners, Zap Cables, the maker and the creator of the board Chewy's just plugged in the bumper. Head on over to zapcables.com, pick up a cable, and get yourself something nice. They've got some fantastic desk mats. You can get a custom cable there over there sometimes. You can get a DIY kit to make one yourself. We've got a video on it, so check it out. Typebeast, typebia.st. Sign up for their newsletter. They're going to be running Mech Madness 2021 coming up here real soon. So you're definitely going to want to sign up so you can stay in the know about what's going on with Mech Madness. And then last but not least, Smith and Rune, smithrune.com. The Iron 165 round 2 kind of second run is coming very soon. So definitely go over there, check it out. They've got some other stuff on the website as well. They've got apparels, they've got coffee mugs, they've got sweatpants, hats, the whole nine. You can get decked out.
She's
in Smith
wearing
and
the
Rune
sweatpants
gear.
right now.
I am. They're very cozy.
Heyo. But yeah, check them out.
Absolutely. Got a couple questions. How do I get more thok out of my keyboard? A lot of that depends. The switch, you're gonna want to go with not. Your switch shouldn't be like a translucent housing. It's gonna be better unless you get some of these nylon switches. The best Thocky sound you're going to get is probably something from like a Cream or a Holy Panda. So, nylon housings are your friend. So check that out. Brass plates help a lot with some thock. Although you can get some pretty decent thock. It's a little quieter, but still very thocky on a palm plate as well. Polycarbonate keyboards are your friend as well. Polycarbonate keyboards provide quite a thocky experience. So absolutely. And then where do I get the desk mat? This desk mat's from Cannon Keys. So I don't know when the next time he plans on running it, but I can't imagine he will not run it ever again. So, but anyway, we are done with this. What do you want, artisans, or do you want heck and salt?
Porque no los dos?
Porque no los dos. All right.
A little heck, a little salt, a little artisan.
It's been a minute since
Little heck, little salt.
It's been a minute since I've busted out the artisan box on stream. It's growing.
I feel like I've been neglecting my succulents, so maybe we should put them on there.
So here, let's do this. So you want the succulents?
Yeah, let's put the succulents on there. I feel like if we had one more to have a row of arties.
Maybe we put that in between our little quarantine on deck albumin. Or you can put a heck key in between.
We need more matchy. We need more matchy. You can't even get it back in there.
Yeah, I got it.
What about? I didn't even go in all the way. What about this one?
There you go.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Fancy.
you want top row?
Yeah, sure. I can do it. Ooh.
Boom. Do we want to do? Are you alright?
Yeah. It's like
Do we want to do a bear row?
that would be so busy. Are we going extra busy? Are we going hard with the busy?
We got 4 bears usable right now. We got the Mechs on deck, the honey, the other honey. Oh, we got 5. We have the Ursa bear, and then we have the Black Lives Matter bear. So lots of bears to choose from. Keeb Noob says bear row.
Okay, Barrow it is.
So which ones do you want? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This one.
Alex, welcome back. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. I hope you had a fantastic poop.
Hey, it happens.
Sometimes you just gotta drop off some kids at the pool,
Exactly.
Hold on now. Are they going right under?
We can do a row, like we can do a heck row and then
Yeah,
do the bear
that's
row.
what I was thinking.
Ooh, we got the squid in the other day.
Heck yeah, dude. I saw that got delivered. I've been meaning to PM you.
Doesn't look like it's on all the way. Is it on all the way? Okay, there we go.
Hit me up whenever you're going to build it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited
Bears.
to watch that.
What heck keys do you want? Or do you want salt in the middle?
Let's do heck.
Heck. What color heck? We also have a purple. So do you want 3 different, or do you want like purple, green, purple?
If you have more, the purple.
There's one more purple that I threw in here, like right here. Heck keys technically.
Purple, black, purple.
Purple, black, purple.
Yeah.
Technically, the heck keys were the first completed group buy, start to finish, that I was ever a part of.
Really?
Yep.
Totally forgot about that.
Because it was like its own thing through donut cables, if I remember.
Get in there. Oh, it's sideways. I am a pro keeper.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Any tips for beginners getting into building keyboards and stuff? Just try a bunch of things. Hot swap builds. Talk to people. You can join our Discord. Osiris and I, as well as many other people, will be happy to help you in your journey. But honestly, pick up a really cool, kind of maybe entry-level board. A hot swap board would be ideal. NK65s, I believe, are in stock right now. We're not sponsored by Novel Keys, but we just Really like those boards. It's a good beginner board. Try a couple different switches. And talk in Discord. Is this Stream Beats? It sounds super similar to what I use on stream. It is, in fact, Stream Beats by Mr. Harris Heller. What are we using? We going salty?
Kick. I guess, yeah.
Or do you want to go Arby's? We can go like the blanks.
I like the pattern we have going, so
Okay.
let's go with salt.
These are my... I only have one more salty, and it's black with a green.
Where is it?
It's in here. It's somewhere in there, I think. Yeah, I see it here. I thought I saw it. I didn't see it.
I don't think it's in here.
No, there it is. Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, another heck.
Getting all the salt. I wish more people would do something like the heck keys or the salty caps in more group buys. I think it's such a cool
I
little
love it.
thing to add on.
I want the bruh. I want a bruh.
Purple.
Bruh.
Purples. We got taro. We got plum, which by the way I love. So this is my little. It's my switch tester. That's basically a fidget cube, and I always love and remind myself often that I have these two sets. I've got Necro. I've got plum. Right on top. Right next to camping.
No, I need it.
The purple.
Yeah.
Just a nice little reminder of sets that maybe missed the mark a little bit.
It's so busy.
It is. You know what's funny? So these are technically upside down, but it works.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, but I like that because the shape.
Oh, that makes sense.
You're pouring the salt on the.
You're pouring the salt on the bears.
Then let's
bear.
flip it.
All right.
I didn't realize it was upside down.
It's all good. So if you look at the angle,
Ah.
it'll always be straight on the top.
I'm thinking we should change this one. I'm not feeling it.
All right. Which one are you feeling? As we wrap up here, guys, is there anyone we can raid? As we will be wrapping up here in the next 5 minutes. Get some suggestions for raiding.
Yeah, who can we send you to? Can we spread the love to?
Boom! There is our completed
Busy.
Romac Plus. I did install these upside down because Osiris jinxed me. But yeah, that's a cool little MacroPad. 12 keys. One thing that we're excited to talk about, raid Alex Happy. I have no idea who that is, but we were talking about, this would be cool for scene switching. You can kind of use this in your for streaming. And just in general, nice to have a couple extra keys off to the side for like media, and with OBS it has a lot of awesome stuff. So excited and happy that we have this on. Congrats!
Yay!
Soldered your first switches onto building a full keyboard. Soon, if you guys want to see her build a keyboard start to finish with minimal help, let us know, and we'll have her bring on. So
Also, thanks for the follow, a minty boy.
Ayo.
so minty,
Appreciate that.
so minty. So who are we rating?
We can rate Alex Happy. It's just Alex Happy. He's building a KFE board.
Give me one moment while I get this pulled up. So Saturday, I will be doing a keyboard chores stream with a couple friends, hanging out. We'll be keeping it real. Okay, you're right. You got it. We're gonna be keeping it real low energy. Like she'll probably be in chat some, and we're just gonna be hanging out. Cyrus might even join if he's hanging out and around. we're gonna start doing some keyboard chore streams where we're just encourage people come hang out. As sometimes builds take a minute in the mail, sometimes builds take a minute in the Cerakote shop. So thank you guys, everyone, for coming and checking out the stream. Thank you, Abracaadaniel. Check out her stream, ! Abra, or just look her up, Abracaadaniel with 2 A's after the C, Abracaadaniel. And thank you guys. You've been great. Buy a Switch tester.